Welcome to Pawpaw's Workshop. Well, it's a gorgeous day outside, beautiful spring day, and it's time to get some outdoor projects done. And one of the things that I need to be able to do is help out my son get his hedges trimmed. I don't think they've been trimmed for a long time. And the nice thing about it is I do have a new hedge trimmer to be able to show you and to try out. So let's get started. Now this is the first bush that's in the front of the house. Now this one actually got trimmed last year one time, and it was with the handheld little clippers, and we literally had to do it one little branch at a time. I think it's going to go a whole lot faster doing it this time with the hedge trimmer. Now on this side of the house, there's a combination of both shrubs and small trees. We've got to be able to get this really cut back quite a ways to be able to expose the driveway again. There's no getting a vehicle down this portion of the driveway, so this is going to be a real challenge for this hedge trimmer. Now this is a cordless hedge trimmer by SnapFresh. This company reached out to me and asked if I would like to be able to try out some of their tools. And after checking out their website and looking at the wide variety of gardening tools and other tools that they had, I said, yes, let me give it a try and see how these tools work. Well, here it is. After I got the box open, this is the first look at the SnapFresh Hedge Trimmer. Cordless variety that I think is going to be really good. Now as I open up this box, it has the safety guard and it has the handle for it. And that also acts as a safety trigger, and I'll show you how that works in a few moments. And of course we have the screws. Now over here in this box, we're going to have, if I can get it open, there we go. Here is going to be the battery, and this is a 20-volt lithium-ion battery. And this works with their other tools as well, which is really nice. It gives you a spare battery if you have more than one of their tools. And of course, you have the battery charger. Take a look at the battery. You can see on the back of it, you have a little push button there, and you can actually see the charge. Right now, we've got the red and the yellow, so it's not fully charged. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get this battery on charge and get it ready to be able to use. Okay, well this is charging. I'm going to go ahead and put the handles on and that safety guard onto the hedge trimmer, and we'll be ready to go real quick. Now it has a little packet of screws to be able to attach this. This slips right on here. And it has a little guide pin right there so you know you have it on correctly. And then there's two screws on each side to be able to put in. Now this guard just slips right on like this. And it has also a screw on this side and another screw over here to be able to attach it. So the assembly on this is very easy. That screw will just drop right in there. And just tighten that up. We'll drop the other one in. And then we'll flip it over. Oh, we'll do this one while we're here too. And we'll just flip it over. Try to get this angle in the camera so that you can see it. That screw will just drop in right there. The other one drops in on the other side. And the assembly is complete. This is ready to go. As soon as the battery is charged, we're going to go out and cut some hedges. Now, as far as the operation, you have the trigger here, but this is a safety switch. So you have to depress this, and then you can pull the trigger and it'll operate. You do have the user's manual that you can look through and read, and I'd certainly encourage you to do so, because in here, the first thing that it discusses is all of the safety procedures that you need to be able to follow. So please read the safety instructions and follow that so that you will not get hurt. Now, one of the things that I would suggest, they do have a card in the box. I'm going to try to get this so that you can see this without a reflection. And this is to activate your VIP customer service now. Please do that, because they offer quite a wide range of services. One is a 24-hour online service. They also provide the newest information support, as well as real-time update for the frequently asked questions. And they do have some videos also that you can look at. And of course, they do have a VIP extended warranty that is offered. So please take advantage of this and don't throw this away. Okay, it's time to get started and see how this trimmer works. Now, the cutting blade on this is approximately about 22 inches long, so it gives a large cutting area. So this is cutting right straight through all of these small twigs without any problem whatsoever. A whole lot better than doing it one little twig at a time. Now, this does require the use of two hands, one for the trigger and one for that safety. You don't want to be able to try to operate this with just one hand. You need both. That safety trigger is very, very important to be able to hold with one hand, and of course the trigger in the other. Now, here's a close-up of just how effective it is. It's trimming that off very nice, very clean, and it's doing an excellent job. I forgot just how nice it is to have a good hedge trimmer. Over on this side of the house, we get the opportunity to be able to cut some shrubs as well as some small trees. And again, you can see that this is working real well. It's just making really quick work of being able to get all of this trimmed away and clearing out that driveway one more time so that we can actually get a car down there. This should have been done a long, long time ago. Even the small branches on these trees are cut easily with this hedge trimmer. Not bad. Now, just how large of a branch can you cut? Well, let's grab one. And if you look up close, this is about a 1/2 inch in diameter. Now, I will tell you this, if you cut anything much larger than about a 1/2 inch in diameter, you probably will jam the blade and have to get that out. But here again, with hedges, you don't really run into that often where the branch is larger than a 1/2 inch. And there's an example. This is a tree that we tried to cut, and this is larger than a 1/2 inch, and you can see that it got stuck. So it took a couple times, and it just went ahead and cut through it. But you do want to be aware of that and the limitations on this hedge trimmer. Well, it's time to head to the backyard, but first, just a little bit of touch up on this shrub. Now we're in the backyard, and I don't think these have been cut for a long, long time. So we're just going to be able to get the vines, the shrubs, and just get it all cleaned up. And again, you see this hedge trimmer working really well. So I must say I'm very pleased with how this is performing. And again, this is all with one battery, and we're cutting literally all of the shrubs around his entire home. Believe it or not, this is actually a shrub. I think it's larger than some of the trees in his yard. But still in all, was able to just go right in there and clean out all of the underbrush underneath it and trim off a lot of the branches so that you can get a little bit more of a organized clearing that was needed to be able to clean up this yard. We wanted to get an idea of just how long this battery would last, and so far it has done the entire yard, and the battery hadn't even begun to die. So again, very impressed with this 20-volt lithium-ion battery. It did this whole entire yard on just a one charge and had plenty of power left over to keep going. And these tree limbs, not a problem at all. All these tree limbs were cut with ease. And again, anything that's about a ½ inch or smaller, this hedge trimmer just cuts right through without any problem at all, as you can see right there. So I hope you can get a real good look on just how impressive this hedge trimmer is by SnapFresh.
It's still going. Like 20 volt, it's kind of a small battery. We've done the whole front yard and the whole backyard.
What do you think about it?
It's not bad. Maybe I'm just old school, but I don't like safeties a whole lot. So like when I'm doing this, I can't do that if I do this. You know, I could. It's probably a good thing that I can't, but yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I think about a ½ inch or so is probably its max. Yeah, other than that, it's not bad. Did good through there, little vines and everything. And it is kind of nice to feel like swing it. Just get it like out of the way. So like this here.
Well, it's got a long cutting surface too.
Yeah, exactly. So like I can kind of see where I'm at and kind of take out. You know, so it's light. You know, it's pretty light. And it's not so bad. Like you can be on the side, you should be able to use it. And I almost kind of find like when I'm using it right-handed, I'm using the trigger here. But when I'm using it left-handed, I'm using the trigger up here. So that's kind of neat. I don't know if it's just like a what my body wants to do kind of thing, but yeah, it's good.
I want to thank SnapFresh for providing this cordless hedge trimmer so that we could test it out for you today and clean up his whole entire yard. The nice thing about this hedge trimmer, when you're all finished with it, you can put the cover back on, but what's nice, right here on the back, you have two little screw holes that you can actually put the screws into the wall and hang this on the wall where it's out of the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and slip this on. And then all I need to do is find a place where I can hang this up on the wall and it'll be out of the way. The good thing is with the charger, you can actually have the holes here to be able to put the charger next to the cordless hedge trimmer and be able to keep the battery, the charger, and the trimmer all together hanging on the wall out of the way. I want to give a special thank you to all of my patrons, and if you would like to be able to join the Patreon family, please use this link below. And also, I would like to thank all of you for watching my channel today, and please subscribe to see more of what I'm doing in the shop. And until next time, I'll see you on whatever project that I'm working on.